Mixed martial arts (MMA), a high-intensity, full-contact combat sport, is fast gaining ground in Africa. 19 countries have recognized MMA and registered it as a national sport. This high-energy contact sport demands a lot of guts, with kicks, punches, and lots of ground fighting. If you must watch a game of MMA, you must prepare your mind to see the extraordinary resilience of sweat-drenched fighters. Despite the terrifying nature of the sport, countries such as Cameroon, Zambia, Algeria, Tunisia, Angola, Ghana, Morocco, and Egypt are examples of countries where the sport has become legal, hopeful that the continent could have more trailblazers such as the Nigerian Nightmare, real name Usman Kamaru, the first African-born champion in UFC history, clinching the title in March 2019. Later that same year, his fellow countryman by origin, Israel Adesanya, won the middleweight championship, albeit as a New Zealand national. Francis Ngannou, an ex-boxer of Cameroonian origin and French nationality, has also heavily influenced the sport on the continent. He became a heavyweight champion in 2021, but forging an indigenous MMA African ecosystem with the hope of plugging the continent into the global fight scene is a long journey of blood, sweat, and tears.
In Tanzania, we have boxers, we have kickboxers, we also have wrestlers. Fundamentally, they know the skill, but they don't really necessarily have the community and also the platform that can allow themselves to grow their skill and compete internationally.
Most of the fighters we have in Africa, in Nigeria, for instance, no one has done up to 7 fights in general.
Nonetheless, there is a strong push to get homegrown fighters ready for a global entrance.
People did not know that there were clubs that were doing MMA, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, and boxing at this level. And because we were able to shine in the limelight, more people were open to train and come to classes. Because first and foremost, this is it's not just a sport. It's also it's a way of life.
Our population is high, so we have huge fighters. Huge number of fighters coming, making transition to MMA. So it's really, really big. First, for me, was to ignite hope, to ignite dreams. These fighters, they have big dreams. They want to go. They have a platform already where they can grow their profile and also go international. Having the opportunity to be in that international global stage.
Ghana has taken a step further with the development of the Wushu Martial Arts Association of Ghana. East Africa also has promotions like One Zone featuring emergent fighters such as Tanzania's Chris Tibenda and Uganda's Rebecca Amongi. Another heavyweight in the region is Impact Championship from the DRC, which is forming an East African MMA circuit.
On est parmi les premiers pays avec l'Afrique du Sud à avoir démarré ce sport. Et au jour d'aujourd'hui, beaucoup de jeunes pratiquent, donc quelque part c'est un sport qui est assez développé, on peut dire comparativement aux autres pays. On a presque 25 clubs à travers la République démocratique du Congo, ce qui totalise presque 1000 pratiquants, si on doit regarder 1000 jeunes qui sont dedans dans les différents clubs. Et le MMA est un sport qui est reconnu chez nous, qui est reconnu au niveau du gouvernement.
In 2022, 20-plus fighters from various African nations converged in Windhoek for Namibia's first ever mixed martial arts event. In South Africa, the sport has attracted the attention of fighters from outside the continent, like Scotland, France, and Germany.
The main reason why I started doing MMA was due to a mugging. I was taking my sister out for a walk one day, and then sadly I got mugged and I was severely wounded. And ever since that day, I have invested myself in the world of martial arts and combat sports.
MMA experts, however, say the continent should not just focus on playing in the global space, but be prepared to be a formidable force.
My dream is for us to have a proper development of the sports. When you talk about development of the sports, we're talking about grassroots. Grassroots, you're talking about because 80%, by my experience, 80 to 90% of the fighters we have today, 80% to 90% of the coaches we have today, coaches and athletes who made transition from different sports, like say karate, judo, wrestling, and all that. So you see, they are not well grounded when you talk about MMA.
Honestly, I want to win more so I can inspire more people to join the sport, because it's mainly due to the sport that has helped me connect with lovely individuals in the space, and it has helped me become a better human being, being able to have the ability to protect myself and protect the people that I love.
The future for African MMA champions is bright. Watch this space to see a new generation of African champions.